Excellencies, distinguished guests, members of the AFF family, and fellow lovers of the beautiful game. Please, can we have your undivided attention now to watch the single and most exciting football event in ASEAN, the AFF Suzuki Cup 2018 have got to offer. Members of the AFF family and fellow lovers of the beautiful game. My name is Pangeran Syahan.
And my name is Mia Kusuma. It is our privilege to guide you through today's official draw to determine the group placements of the teams. History was made in 2016 with Thailand winning their 5th title, and it is once again time for the best in ASEAN to compete for the right to be crowned Kings of Asian football, Asian's very own version of the World Cup.
But before we got into the official proceedings, I would like to acknowledge the distinguished guests we have in attendance. Yang terhormat Bapak Gatot Dewa Broto, Secretary of Youth and Sports Ministry, Republic of Indonesia.
His Eminence, Major General Kiev Samet, AFF Deputy President.
Mr. Joko Driono, AFF Vice President and Acting President of Football Association of Indonesia.
Regional Federation Presidents and General Secretaries.
Lieutenant General Dato Sri Azuddin Ahmad, AFF General Secretary.
AFF Council members and alternate council members.
Mr. Seiji Itayama, Director, PT Suzuki Indo Mobil Motor.
Mr. Tom Smith, President, Football Asia, Lagardère Sport Asia Pte. Limited.
Commercial and broadcast partners.
Members of the media.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for gracing this event with your presence today. I would not like to invite to the stage to give the official welcome, please, Mr. Gatot S. Dewa Broto, Secretary, Youth and Sports Ministry, Republic of Indonesia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, especially the chairman of the AFF, all of the board of directors of AFF, the acting chairman of the PSSI, Indonesian Football Federation, and our sponsor from Suzuki, and all of the distinguished guests. On behalf of the Ministry of Youth and Sport, we would like to deliver our warm welcome, warm wishes to all of you for this official drawing for this AFF this year. For me, not only for me, but also for us in Indonesia, the AFF tournament has a special attention has a special magnitude. I still remember 2 years ago when we were almost lucky to get in the final against our brother from Thailand, but unfortunately, at the time, it looked like we were not lucky. But we are very sure, step by step, we would like to increase our performance, and hopefully, even though this year, Indonesia will be dominated by the very busy preparation of the incoming Asian Games as well as Asian Para Games. I would like to provide guarantee for all of the AFF family that the government of the Republic of Indonesia would like to fully support the tournament of AFF, especially for any match which would be organized in Indonesia. And finally, once again, that this drawing would be very successful, and this AFF tournament not only as a part of the competition, but also as a part of our brotherhood in Asian region. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Pak Gatot.
On behalf of the ASEAN football family, we would like to once again welcome you to our beautiful city of Jakarta, Indonesia, for the official draw of the AFF Suzuki Cup 2018. Let's put our hands together for this specially prepared Indonesian dance, the Tari Topeng.
Quite lovely, isn't it? I now have the pleasure of inviting His Eminence, Major General Q Samet, AFF Deputy President, to the stage to say a few words.
Dear friends and supporters of the ASEAN football, good afternoon and welcome to the draw ceremony of the AFF Suzuki Cup, our inspirational football tournament in the region. It gives AFF great pleasure to be here in Jakarta to essentially start proceeding on the AFF Suzuki Cup 2018. This is a city of passionate about football and home to many great matches over the years. Passion is the keyword we often use to describe our flagship competition, and this season we are expecting fans to rise to the occasion even more than before as we welcome a new and exciting change of the format. You all aware each nation will play 2 matches at home and 2 matches away before 4 progress to the semi-final. Though this new schedule, the AFF are confident we will be able to touch more fans in their home stadium and allow them to rally behind their football heroes. This is the first time we have used this format, and of course, it also allows for 8 more matches to be played in the final round of competition. It is mouth-watering prospect that will create bigger and better exposure for the competing team and indeed for all our partners. This year will be the 12th time we have staged the tournament, and we are truly grateful to Suzuki Motor Corporation for once again lending their considerable support to us. It is incredible how quick time has flown by since we first played the tournament, but that is the testament to the success of the AFF Suzuki Cup and its rapid development. We are also in debt to CAF, Myanmar, AirAsia, 100+, and Grand Sport for joining our impressive stable of our partners. I would like to wish all the team the very best of luck this year, starting with today's draw, which has always been an exciting curtain raiser. Please join us today and start to build up the AFF Suzuki Cup 2018. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Q Samet. Please kindly remain on the stage. Sorry, Mr. Samet, please kindly remain on the stage. Thank you very much.
Key to the success of the tournament is the support of our commercial partners, in particular Suzuki, for whom 2018 represent the 6th edition of their title sponsorship. I would like to take this opportunity to invite Mr. Seiji Itayama, the director of PT Suzuki Indomobil Motor, to the stage to say a few words and also for an exchange of gifts with His Eminence Major General Q Samet, AFF Deputy President, as a gesture of this long-standing friendship and also appreciation.
And for our media friends, there's also the opportunity to take pictures. Please. There's another one coming up.
All right, thank you very much, His Eminence Major General Kiev Samet. And now, let's take a look at the video wall for Suzuki's Way of Life.
Siang, Bapak Ibu yang saya hormati, izinkan saya melakukan speech saya dengan English. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the official draw of the AFF Suzuki Cup 2018. My name is Seiji Tayama, Managing Director of PT Suzuki Indomobile Motor from Indonesia. I would like to make a speech on behalf of Suzuki Group. We started to support AFF Championship as a title sponsorship since 2008. I'm honored to be here again for this championship hosted here in Indonesia. Needless to say, football is a very popular sport in ASEAN region. Recently, we can see the since Japanese football athletes are playing in ASEAN region. And in contrast, ASEAN football athletes are playing in Japan too. We are certain that such mutual exchange would contribute to development of football in Asia. And eventually, it makes the relationship between Japan and ASEAN more deeply. 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia will be started from next month. And all over the world are paying attention on football. And of last month, World Cup Trophy Tour was implemented in Japan. I heard that the venue was crowded with many people, heated atmosphere, and the event was completed successfully. Ride on this wave, Suzuki will fully support this championship and make it more exciting. Suzuki operates the business in ASEAN countries, and we would like to contribute to ASEAN region development through our business operation. Also, we would be happy if this championship could create a wall on people of ASEAN as one of Suzuki's contributions. We are confident that AFF Suzuki Cup 2080 will be again remarkable and exciting for all. And I'm happy to kick off this championship together with you here today. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Tanyang-san. 2018 heralds a new era for the AFF Suzuki Cup. it will be much bigger and better. The updated format will also see teams play both home and away matches, adding a new dimension to the intense rivalry of the game, and more importantly, giving the fans the ultimate experience. The AFF Suzuki Cup 2018 event logo is a bold statement of intent for this new era of the AFF Suzuki Cup. Please, feast your eyes on the screens now for the unveiling of the new AFF Suzuki Cup 2018 event logo.
Football emotions are encapsulated in one single logo. Now with that, let's wait no further and let's get our official draw going.
I think we can all agree that AFF Suzuki Cup 2016 scored with an incredible broadcast audience of over 130 million fans in the region, me included. The intensity and dedication the ASEAN fans bring to the game is unparalleled anywhere else in the world. And I can hardly wait for the ASEAN football squads to rise to the occasion once again this year. The AFF Suzuki Cup 2016 final will be remembered for Thailand, claiming their 5th title in a grueling two-legged affair with Indonesia, becoming the first country to achieve this incredible footballing feat in the event's history. With the likes of Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Myanmar, Singapore, Cambodia, and Laos already confirmed for the group stages, we are set for another exciting new chapter in the history of the AFF Suzuki Cup 2018.
So, Pangeran and also ladies and gentlemen, who will join the top-ranked teams in the final group stages? This is where the qualification round comes into play, with Brunei Darussalam and Timor-Leste both locked in the battle for the single spot in the final rounds with the top-ranked teams.
And to explain the format and the mechanics of the qualification round competition, I would like to invite Lieutenant General Dato Sri Azuddin Ahmad, AFF General Secretary, onto the stage to explain the final details of how the draw will be concluded.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sore and a very good afternoon. Yang terhormat Bapak Gatot Dewa Broto, Secretary of the Youth and Sports Ministry of Indonesia, His Excellency Major General Q. Samet, the AFF Deputy President, His Royal Highness Prince Abdullah, FIFA Council Member, Yang terhormat Pak Joko Widodo, Acting President, Football Association of Indonesia, the AFF Council members, Mr. Tom Smith from LSA, President Football Asia, Mr. Seiji Itiyama, Director of PT Suzuki Indomobile motto, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. As mentioned by our charming MC, I'm here to explain to you how the draw of the Suzuki Cup 2018 will be conducted. The teams playing in the qualification round competition and the final round group competitions are ranked based on their performance in the last two editions of the AFF Suzuki Cup, held in 2014 and 2016. The top 9 countries in ASEAN region qualify automatically to the final round of the group competition. However, the remaining eligible 2 countries will battle it out for the remaining 1 slot. Please kindly take a look at the screen for a short video to bring us through how the qualification round draw will be conducted.
Competing nations in the qualification round for the AFF Suzuki Cup 2018 will be placed in Pot 1. This will comprise Brunei Darussalam and Timor-Leste. Pot 2, called the position pot, will then complete the process of confirming the order of the two-legged home and away format by finalizing their respective positions. The draw will commence by picking a nation from Pot 1. And then establish their position from Pot 2. The team drawn in position 1 will host the first leg of the qualification round, with the next drawn combination hosting the second leg. This will conclude the draw for the qualification round.
Thank you very much. Dato Sri Azuddin, please kindly remain on stage. To assist with the draw for the qualification round competition, I would like to invite His Eminence Francisco Geronimo and also Mr. Seiji Itayama to the stage.
Please guide us through the qualification round draw, Dato Sri Azuddin.
There will be, for your information, there will be 2 draw pots. The country pot will contain the name of the team drawing for position 1 and 2 in the qualification round competition. And they are Brunei Darussalam. Pak Francisco, if you don't mind taking up to show to the audience. And you could kindly fold it and put it in the draw ball. Next, Pak Francisco, you don't mind to pick up your own country name, Timor-Leste, and kindly show it to the audience. And kindly put it in a draw ball and then into the pot. May I invite you to do a swill? Yes, thank you. Next, on my right here, is the position port of the group position. May I, Mr. Iteyama, please assist me to pick up position 1 and show to the audience. Thank you. Kindly could you fold it and put it in the draw ball and then into the draw pot. Not yet. Put in the pot. Next, Brunei. For position 2. Could you kindly put it in a draw ball and put it in the pot? Okay. Give it a swirl. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Pak Francisco, may I cordially invite you to pick up the ball from the country pot to know which country is to be picked up. And could you kindly show it to the audience? Timor-Leste. Thank you, Pak. Next, Mr. Iteyama, may I request you to pick up one of the balls for the position of Timor-Leste. And kindly show it to the audience. Position 1. Timor-Leste, position 1. Next, Mr. Francisco, could you pick up the last remaining ball just to confirm that you are playing with the right country? Brunei Darussalam. Thank you, Pak. Mr. Just to complete the draw, could you pick up the position? Thank you very much, position 2. And that ends the draw for the qualifying round. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Yama. And once again, Pak Francisco, thank you so much.
Many thanks to our VVIP guests for assisting with the draw for the qualification round competition. Now for the main event, the final rounds of the AFF Suzuki Cup 2018.
I'm looking forward to the AFF Suzuki Cup 2018 with the new format. Each team will play 2 home and 2 away matches during the group stage. And the 2 top teams of the group will proceed to the semifinals.
This is the first time this format will be used. And it also means 8 more matches will be played in the final rounds of the competition, bringing more matches to the fans of the beautiful game. To explain how the final rounds draw works, I would like to once again invite Dato Sri Azuddin Ahmad, AFF General Secretary, to bring us through it.
The final round competition. The teams participating in the final round group competition will be the top 9 teams in the ASEAN region. As mentioned earlier, the ranking of the teams are based on the performance in the last 2 editions of the AFF Suzuki Cup, that is in 2014 and 2016. The teams are Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Myanmar, Singapore, Cambodia, and Laos, in that order. They will be joined by the winner of the Qualification Round competition, which we did the draw a moment ago. Kindly take a look at the screen again for a short video to bring us through how the final round draw will be conducted.
The 10 nations that will contest the final rounds will be separated into 5 country pots. Pot 5 will comprise Laos and the winner of the qualification round, with 4-time tournament winners Singapore and Cambodia in Pot 4. 2016 group stage co-hosts the Philippines and Myanmar making up Pot 3. Indonesia and 2010 winners Malaysia in Pot 2. And holders Thailand and Vietnam as top seeds in Pot 1. 5 position pots will then be used to determine each nation's group placement, with position pot numbers matching those of the respective country pots. The draw will be conducted in reverse order, starting with country pot 5, followed by position pot 5. The remaining balls in both pots will then be drawn as well. This process will be repeated until all nations have been drawn and the lineup of both final round groups are revealed.
Do you know what's the most interesting about that video?
What is it?
Malaysia and Indonesia in the same pot. It means
Wow.
those 2 teams will not meet in the group stage.
Okay.
Now I would like to invite the following guests up on stage to conduct the final round's official draw. Major General Q Summit, Deputy President, ASEAN Football Federation, please come to the stage. Mr. Joko Driono, Acting President, Football Association of Indonesia. And Mr. Seiji Itayama, Director, PT Suzuki Indomobil Motor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will begin with the draw of position A5 and B5, which will be occupied by Laos and the winner of the qualification round. May I invite Pak Joko to please pick up the country name of Laos, label, and show it to the audience. And kindly fold it and place it into the draw ball pot and drop the ball into the country pot. And the qualification winner Thank you, Pak Joko. Now we move on to the position pot, which contain the position of A5 and B5. Mr. Itayama, thank you. Position B5. Thank you, Mr. Tiyama. Yang terhormat Pak Joko, may I now invite you to pick up one of the ball to determine the country. That will sit in A5 or B5. Qualification round winner. Next is, of course, the remaining ball, the position. Mr. Itayama, what position it takes? Position B5. And the final ball, remaining ball, Pak Joko, please. Laos. And can we have the last ball? Please confirm the group position. Position 5, thank you very much. And now Laos falls under position 5. It is getting more interesting as we move on. So the luck of the draw depends on these two gentlemen on stage. Okay, now we move on. We begin with the draw for position A4 and B4, which will be occupied by Singapore and Cambodia. General Summit, may I have the pleasure to invite you to pick up the Singapore label and show it to the audience, and then subsequently put it in the draw ball. Singapore. The second one, General Summit, please. Thank you, sir. Yeah, give it a bit of a swirl. Mr. Itayama, could you kindly pick up B4? And the next position, please. A4. Thank you. Now, Mr. General Summit, will you please assist me in drawing the first team from the country port to fill in either A4 or B4. Singapore. Mr. Itiyama. Mr. Lim, where you want to go, A or B? Okay, Singapore Force B4. And the last, General Samet, could you please confirm the position? Cambodia. Okay. Okay, Mr. Itiyama, if you don't mind. Cambodia is on position A4. Thank you. Makin berdebar, makin berdebar. Now we will begin with the draw on position A3 and B3, which will be occupied by the Philippines and Myanmar. Okay, may I invite Yang Terhormat Pak Joko to pick up the country label. Myanmar. Philippines. Thank you, Pak Yoko. Mr. Itiyama, could you please pick up the position of A3? B3, sorry. A3 first. A3 first. A3, yeah. A3. B3. Thank you, Mr. Itiyama. May I now call upon Yang Terhormat Pak Joko to pick up the first country port from the country port. Philippines. So now we see which group Philippines will go to. Mr. Itiyama, please. Position P, B3. Thank you. Thank you. Next one. Pak Joko, the remaining ball. Myanmar, and just confirm the position of Myanmar. Position A3. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. Itiyama. We move on. We move on to the, we'll begin the draw of position A2 and B2 now, which will be occupied by Indonesia and Malaysia. May I call upon General Samet, if you don't mind, picking up Indonesia, country label. Next, Indonesia. Malaysia, sorry. Malaysia, sorry. My apology. Mr. Tiama, for the position pot, position A2. Thank you, and now B2. Thank you, Mr. Itiyama. General Summit, there's been a request by Indonesia and Malaysia for you to swirl fast. Okay, from the country port, we have the first team. There is Malaysia. Mr. Itiyama, for the position. A2. A2. Thank you. And could you confirm? Could you confirm? Yes, the position. Indonesia. Okay, Indonesia in port B2. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be drawing for position A1 and B1, which will be occupied by Thailand and Vietnam. This will complete the grouping. May I call upon Major General Q. Samet to pick up the country label. Yeah. Of Vietnam. And next is Thailand. Thank you, sir. Now the swirl is even faster. At least 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Mr. Tiyama, could you now pick up the A1 position? B1 position. Pak Joko, may I have the honor to invite you to pick up the first country in the country pot. Bisa dipusing lagi Pak, bisa dipusing lagi. Thailand. Okay, Mr. Estiyama, could you please make a swell? Very strong swell. Very strong swell. Stronger. Okay. Yes, sure. V1. Pak Joko, just to confirm the last country. Thank you very much, Vietnam. Yeah, position A1 for Vietnam. Thank you.
Many thanks to our VVIP guests and Dato Sri Azuddin for assisting with the official draw for the final rounds competition.
And what about the drawing? We got here, once again, Group A, Vietnam, Malaysia, Myanmar, Cambodia, and Laos. And Group B, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore, and the winner from the qualifying rounds.
There you have it. The stage of the AFF Suzuki Cup 2018 is set. And the competing nations know now their path to glory and how they will journey forth for the coveted crown of the Asian champions. The countdown to November begins, and I can't wait. We just can't wait for the first match to kick off.
But before the final whistle is blown for today's AFF Suzuki Cup 2018 official draw, I would like to thank all our distinguished guests for joining us here today. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank the title sponsor, Suzuki Motor Corporation, our official partners Kao, Yanmar, AirAsia, 100 Plus, Grand Sport, and our official broadcast partner, RCTI, for your kind support of the event.
All of the details from today's draw and information for this year's tournament can be found on the official website affsuzukicup.com and on our Facebook page, facebook.com/AFF Suzuki Cup, as well as on Twitter at AFF Suzuki Cup, where the conversation of ASEAN football never sleeps.
And for all the media in attendance, please be informed that we will have Mr. Bima Sakti, the assistant coach of Indonesia, and Mr. Tan Cheng Ho, head coach of Malaysia, at the press conference commencing in the Jabira room on the mezzanine level shortly. All media are invited. Thank you all once again, and here's looking forward to a very exciting and action-packed AFF Suzuki Cup 2018. My name is Pangeran Shahan.
And I'm Mia Kusuma. Thank you, Pange.
Thank you, Mia. We will close today's proceedings with the cultural performance of Tari Piring, a traditional Minangkabau plate dance from West Sumatra, Indonesia. Thank you, and have a safe journey home.
And the press conference will be held at the German